Hey, uh, I want to give updates every day, even though I'm not streaming as much as I used to because I don't feel great. So I'm just forcing myself to do updates. Um, and during these updates, I might talk about art or progress towards moving. And today I wanted to specifically talk about um, moving so I'm moving away from value. I'm moving to try to live more in concert with my values. And so um giving up this beauty for spiritual beauty. I have felt um what I call spiritual alienation now. I guess I would say most of my life, or maybe my whole life, once I, figured it out. And I struggle even with close friends and, you know, relationships because um, living in the US is a money worshiping cult as far as I'm concerned. And so it's just normal. Like I was talking about moving and continuing to do videos, and immediately someone says, "Oh, you can make a lot of money on TikTok if you post your videos to TikTok. You should join TikTok." And I'm not calling out this person specifically because anyone would say that. I'm using a commercial platform right now. I'm not better because I'm on Twitch. I've just never, I've never become a TikTok user. And another friend in the same conversation said, that she had never been on TikTok, but people kept sending her links, and you have to have an account on the app in order to watch TikTok videos, which is wrong. In my opinion, it's wrong to fence off the internet like that. So, or at the very least, don't call it social media, call it a private club or something. But so I am moving my physical location to be more in keeping with my values. And I think at the same time, I want to be prepared to move my digital locations. So in the last several years, I've been on the Fediverse, where I'm much happier. I'm on Mastodon. And so I will get uh, an account on a PeerTube instance, which is the video sharing platform there. So I think what I'll do is, um, if I can, I'm great at planning things, bad at follow through, follow through, bad at completion. So that's follow through. But I think it could be nice if I'm bad at what I was, the word oh, my least favorite word, like self discipline. But so but what I would like to do would be perhaps um, to post the majority of my content to PeerTube, which, if I ever figured it out, I could honestly, it could be on my own, uh, URL, humanism.org, and or artsy.com. I've got two. All right, don't get distracted, Rob. Bing, bong, 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 bong. For now, video content is going on to humanism.org, humanissom.org. And like it would be, I would really like to have that be where I direct everyone. I don't want to direct people to corporate sites. At the same time, corporate sites are where you find audiences. So if I can figure it out, I'll have my home be on nonprofit sites that align with my values, and then post, I don't know, once a week to corporate sites as an inducement. Not that I think, oh, my content's so great, but maybe it will become great. I mean, the whole purpose of my moving is to try to get through my chronic pain, to try to improve my life, to try to um, transcend this spiritual loneliness that I suffer from living in a cruel, malicious society. And so, I spend most of my time, I mean, I just came right off watching a YouTube video, and then suddenly I'm doing this. So I spend most of my time watching videos on YouTube, and here I am saying that, I'm too good to be on YouTube, but that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is YouTube isn't good for me. So when I watch a video on YouTube, and it's like leftist, or I mean, that's most of what I watch, or it's, trying to figure out. Sorry, I decided I needed to make food while I was talking to you. I didn't take my medication yet today, so I'm going to fill myself up with peanut butter and jelly and take some pills. What was I saying? I, this is the thing I do. I don't know about other people with ADHD, but I can tell you, I distract myself. I self-distract when when I'm avoiding. It's just like procrastinating. Um, I'm avoiding saying something controversial. Like, I appreciate the leftist content that exists on YouTube because that's where I find it. That's where I'm watching it. At the same time, when I watch something that is encouraging, pro-humanist values and um, changing the world, and I mean, I'll be watching all this stuff that on some level is anti-capitalist, but it's on YouTube. Well, the medium is the message. That was coined, oh my gosh, probably 50 years ago now, but maybe more. Yeah, I think I'm 50. So it was coined maybe 60 or 70 years ago. But anyway, Marshall McLuhan, the medium is the message. And I'm not a student of anything. I'm an artist, so, you know, I can do whatever I want and fail. I don't have anyone else to please except myself. But my interpretation of the medium is the message is that to update it for modern times, no matter what message you're putting out, it's less than the support for Google capitalism or Amazon, or um, So I was picturing like this blob, if I could draw on the screen, and and the and then maybe a circle, and the blob and the circle aren't 100% aligned. And so the blob, which would have like cute wavy edges, an amoeba, a cute amoeba, lumpy space princess, something would be, like, I'm sharing my, meaningful messages, my humanism, my socialist, whatever. And then there's this circle that's like making things work. Like the blob is making things better, and then the circle is making things worse. And there's such a tiny sliver of the blob that escapes the circle. I don't know if that makes sense. This is how I visualized it. If I could draw it, I mean, I could draw it, but not right now. Um, but what I'm trying to say is that when you deliver positive messages in a forum that's locked in to perpetuating any injustice and inequality, you're not really promoting positive messages. That's my take anyway. Um, or you could say it's two steps forward, one step back, whatever. But that's why I'm saying why I have this image of the blob and whatever, because it's more like two steps forward, 1.97 steps back. 200 steps forward, 197 steps back. That's too slow to make progress in a single lifetime, which is why we don't make progress in our society. So for me, I think I want to take the uh, bold or feel good, stubborn, valuable step of establishing firmly that my homes are outside of capitalism, and and I will still, cut together videos every now and then that I share on the platforms where people are for discovery. Because the idea is, oh, well, you got to go to where people are. And again, like I say, yes, that is true, but we're so captured that we're not getting ahead. Like it's impossible to fight capitalism on capitalism's turf. So when somebody says, like, oh, you should join TikTok and you can make all this money, like, it's not possible for me to make the kind of progress that's important to me if making money is my top priority. And I know, this isn't an argument. This is just me working things out. I don't criticize others. We all have our journeys. I think it could be perhaps like maybe it's advantageous for me to start a nonprofit, not start a nonprofit. I mean, like, that irked me because of the phrase start a nonprofit, because the nonprofit system in the US is within the capitalist system. Um, but what I meant was just to assert that my identity is nonprofit. I do not seek to make money via ads on commercial sites. I would very much like to be able to produce content that results in uh, donations. I have a very small number currently, and that will hopefully continue after I move, and I'm moving somewhere where that money will go much further. So if things work out as I hope, the move that I'm making is so that I can do my work, as I say, in concert with my values. I mean, my work is my values, there's no separation. I'm only interested in promoting my values for myself and to share it by example with others. So that's the life I'm living. I'm trying to fix myself. I will share every bit of the process. I don't expect popularity. I don't think that the kind of stuff I put out is easy to grasp, or I don't mean that it's so complicated. I mean that it's long and meandering and not entertaining. But if I look back, I mean, I'm hoping there will come a day in the near future when my life is improved, and I will be grateful to look back at the recordings that I've made over the past couple of years and see the journey. And in the meantime, I will try to, uh, I want to write or produce um, some stories that are accessible to wider audiences. But, the number one priority has to be saving myself. And that involves an alignment of my everything: physical values, spiritual values, and economic values. And I can't do that. I haven't found a way to do that in the country where I've lived the last 52 years. So um, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat peanut butter and jelly now. But of course, I'm gonna miss this. So if you're someone who's found this video and for some reason likes what they see, you can look for me on humanism.org. Currently, there are just a couple of things there, but over time, I'll learn. But I embed this there, so you could watch, from my own page. Okay. One thing that's good that has happened since I got my prescription refill is that I'm still in pain most of the time, but my creativity is reawakening. I have to move myself out of here. I think because my physical, I'm because of my physical limitations, I think, I don't know. Maybe I'll just ask friends. If they could move my art for me, or I can just lose it all. I mean, it's just, I could make it all again. Not exactly the same, but I don't know. That's one of the big holdups, and the other is just everything else, like figuring out where's my, I don't know. What do I take with me? What's in every corner of this house? Because it's a lot. Okay, depressing. Yeah. So this end of this update. Find me at humanism.org is the point of this update. Even when I join another site, like I have an account at mastodon.art, um, as an alternative to Twitch and YouTube. I'll probably start posting on this PeerTube URL spectra.video. But none of that, I mean, like, when it comes to me sharing how to find me, it's humanism.org or artsy.com, artsy.com. And that's, like, I don't ever want to share a corporate site again. I mean, when you go to those, you'll find either embeds or links to, um, you know, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon, maybe, whatever, stuff like that. But I think as far as what comes out of my mouth, it's humanism.org. Oh, I'll end. Wee. Bum, bum, bum. Bye bye.